Welcome guys to another tutorial. Now hopefully this will be third time lucky. Now I've tried to do this tutorial twice before and every once and then something bad has happened. Either the screen recorder stopped working or like last time my whole computer just died literally. Like I tried installing some RAM and then it didn't switch back on, this, that and the other. So okay, get onto the topic. In this one, we're going to be talking about the post variable, the PHP post variable. And now, for those of you who can't be bothered to watch the whole thing, you simply access the post variable like any other array. You just use the super global post, and then you type in the key, whatever the name of the key is. So if you named your input name, then it'll be in post name. Now NetBeans is giving me a warning because it prefers for you to basically access super globals in a format like so. Filter input. Come on, guys. You wouldn't think I had 12 gigs on there. You just want to think about. Apparently, that's a Java thing, completely unrelated. So yeah, so filter input, and then you can use input post, get, etc., etc. And then the name of your variable. So if it's called Bob, you do it like so. And then I never generally use these filters, but basically you got a range of filters there for you to use. But you can read more about those on php.net. Like I said, I generally never use those, mainly because the way you should be writing your code is so that really and truly you should stop it from coming in anyway, and I probably should be using it. But yeah, for those of you who don't want to watch this tutorial, you can leave now. As promised, I want to give you deeper tutorials. I want to basically make it so that you learn other stuff while learning one thing, kind of thing. That's how I learned with Lee Brimlow when I was learning ActionScript 3 on GoTo and Learn. He never really ever said this is how you access your post variable. They don't have it in ActionScript, but as an example, it was never this is how you do this, and then that was the end of the tutorial. It was always a thing of this is how you build this nice little cool application, and during watching that, you basically learn quite a bit. So that's how I aim to make these tutorials. Now, if you've watched any of the other tutorials, you would have come across header doc syntax. So I'm just going to say like this: 3 HTML, new line, and you have to make sure that you're at the very left. So basically, you close the header doc on the very first character. NetBeans will sometimes give you a warning saying an error saying that it's incorrect syntax, but like you just saw, as soon as I went into a new line, it corrected itself. And I'm just gonna say echo $HTML. See, this tutorial is already not nowhere near as fun as I made the other one. This is early morning tutorial, so well, say early morning, it's 1:10. Okay, so I'm just gonna build a HTML body quickly and close HTML. Come on. Head. I just like having everything well formatted because then it's just a little bit easier to read. Head tag, body, and save like that. I'm just going to add a little bit of jQuery. And now usually I use the one on the jQuery CDN, so that's http code.jquery.com/jquery-latest.js. But like I was saying, I've done really bad things to my computer, so my Wi-Fi card is non-existent right now. I'm just waiting for that to be delivered. Oops, let's say script type equals text JavaScript source equals jQuery latest.js, and we save that. Shouldn't have made any dumb errors. Just inspect element and then refresh the page, obviously, that would help. And yeah, we have no error messages, so I assume it has been able to find that jQuery later. So that's just on my local machine. Now, the first way you can basically submit forms, get things into your post variables by submitting a form like so. So it's a plain HTML form method equals post, form method equals post, action equals, I'm just going to do that because it's this page. Form method equals post, action equals that. And then I've forgotten the encoding off of the top of my head because you do things the Ajax way. But you basically have enc type, enc type, like so, I think. And then that basically means that you can upload files, etc, etc, etc. And then just close up the form. Form like so. Just gonna make an input. Name. This is the critical attribute for an input. It has to have a name, otherwise it won't be in your post variable. That's where you that's where basically, so whatever you type in here will be there, kind of thing. So we're just going to call this Bob. So make another input. Input type equals button. I'm going to make another input for the sake of it. Input name equals Terry. And now let's see what we have created. That's it saved. And input type equals button. Value equals submit. Oh, come on. I'm ever so sorry about that. Okay, so we actually have to do something with it now. So A, and then let's just put it up here. Body. I'm just gonna say A. Now, if I had basically accessed this variable here from the super global $_post, that would have just given me an error message because it is not set. However, filter input handles all of that for you, kind of thing. So that's why it's useful to use it, and it just stops NetBeans from giving you a warning. Like I said, I really should be using the other filter variables, but haven't really had a use because I'm not really, Okay, so Bob, I'm gonna say Lauren for no good reason. Ladies, I'm still single. If any women watch these, just dial me up. I'll leave my number in the description. Lauren, and I'm gonna say Minty. Don't know where I'm getting that from. And then hopefully voiding. Okay, I did just click submit, and nothing has happened. Have I done something stupid? Form method equals post, action equals that, input name Bob, input name Terry, input name button, value equals submit. What have I done wrong here? It's gonna make this a button. Lauren, Minty. Okay, I am actually I have basically, okay, so okay, so that wasn't my bad, that was actually a RAM fail. should say about this Hackintosh. So you see there, so no one please leave any comments about it's lagging. That's how much RAM I've got on this machine. I really don't know what's going on here. I mean, apparently it's a Java thing, the way that NetBeans is written. It works okay, but obviously I am screen recording and stuff like that, and I've completely lost Chrome. But you did see there, if I can do this one more time, this is just painful, man. Submit, and then there it should go. Eventually, you can see there Lauren has been echoed out. So basically we have seen that we've made a form and everything works. Now the other way I want to show you how you can achieve this is do things the Ajax way. So script type equals text JavaScript. I'm going to need a bit of space, so I'll create a new line and then just close the script tag. And you know what, the beauty of doing things the Ajax way is you don't need to have it in a post form at all. So let me just remove this from, in fact let me just keep things as is for now. Bang, bang. I need to hurry up because it's going to cut out in a second. This is a really bad screen recorder. I mean, void the video I made before about best free screen recorders, or maybe there's just something wrong with my system. Import, bang, bang, submit. You know what? Just to show you, I'm just going to make this a div. Given that's the only div on the page, so I will basically do that. Bang, this will no longer work. And I'm just going to put output and a div called output div. Okay, so I am going to have to give it an ID now. Div output close div dvi close div ID equals send. Should be submit, but that's a few more characters. So what I'm going to basically do in here is I'm going to come on boy, start in the wrong place. Like so, that is this is basically equal to document.ready. So you can use either way. You can either use this way or document.ready, but it's doing the same thing, so you might as well do the one that has less characters. And you basically want to say let's say so div send. I really have to be quick, this is going to stop recording in a second, I can feel it. Div dot click function send dot click function blah, 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 blah. Hopefully no syntax errors. That's a really annoying thing of writing a full HTML page in what am I talking about? In here doc syntax, because it doesn't really format things and you can't see any error messages. That's what I'm talking about. Ajax. Let's just close that now. Yes, that's not how to do Ajax, sorry. I'm lying to you. Ajax. Okay, and it's type equals post data type. Oh, why is it over there for? Equals JSON. Ooh, don't want these syntax errors. Data type equals JSON, and we're basically gonna say data. We're gonna say data Bob. Data Bob equals give this an ID. I could just use this attribute, but you know, ID equals Bob equals equals hash Bob dot val. Okay, let me just format this now. Come on, boys. Oh wait, no, that was in the right place. Sorry. Data type Bob. Yep. So that's all we want to do. Okay, come on. I need to be quick. Data type, and then we're basically going to say dot done, and then this is basically what it will do when basically what to do when this function has actually run. And this is, oh, come on guys, done function. I generally just call it E from my action script days. I'm just going to do a console.log. E. Okay, so now avoiding all embarrassment, when in fact I'll just do this using the using the debugger, so we can see how the debugger works. I did just click that button, right? Like, you can actually see how much pain I'm going through right now. I really apologize for this. I did try and install some more RAM, but that's what happened. My computer just bummed on me. Okay, so we stopped at the breakpoint because that's basically what is there. We press play, and then it will carry on doing what it is doing. Now, hopefully I haven't made any JavaScript errors. Let's find out. Yeah, this seems to be correct here. I'm just going to say Lauren once again. Oh, come on guys, come on, we can do this. And you can see we've gone green down here, so you can see that has actually worked. If we look in our super globals, we have a post variable here, and that post variable there is Bob, so we can see that works. So basically, just look over this. I might I'll just post this Ajax script in the description or something so that you can use it. I mean, I don't really think it's necessary, considering we can see that it's there to actually do the rest. In fact, there has to be a part 2 of this, because the part 2 is how to actually send back the response, which is a little bit more involved. And in fact, look for part 2 of this video. It won't be the next video, because in between this video I'm basically going to show you how to do things with how to do, what am I talking about, what nonsense am I talking today, how to do things with object-oriented programming. So that's what I'm going to start going into. So yeah, thankfully it hasn't stopped recording, and as always, thank you very much for watching my tutorial. So I've been a bit more boring than usual. I would try make it more fun, but like I said, you know